on to you, Taurus, out there. Hope y'all are having a great day. So for you, you have the King of Cups, the Four of Wands, and you, Taurus, have the Four of Cups right here. So for you, Taurus, right, there's definitely you learning how to let go of messed up situations that, truth be told, you know that you should have been treated better in, but you're not holding it against anybody, right? And you know that you've reached a very powerful point in your life when a lot of the stuff that should have bothered you or should bother you is really indifferent. You know, there's a real power in indifference, because the Four of Cups, like I said, represents the hard-headed individuals that, you know, they just never really wanted to work with you in the first place. Everything was about just them and how you catered to them. And now they don't have you, Taurus, to actually bring them what they want, right? As it is, I've said before, I've been talking about it very recently, wrinkling, you know, kind of showing you other elements of my game and stuff like that, how versatile I can be. The earth signs, Taurus represents love, Virgo represents good health, and Capricorn represents happiness, or I should say, not happiness, joy. Hold on a second. Oh, okay, making sure. Sorry about that. Situations happening, and you know I'm gonna go ahead and check on my family. Family comes first. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, you, Taurus, are not affected by it. You have the Devil and the Seven of Pentacles. Some people that you're not calling back right now are really getting bent out of shape that you're not calling them back. They're trying to figure out how come you're not actually giving them a call. And the truth is, you, Taurus, don't want to. It really doesn't have to be very complicated. You know, you see that they're not really on anything. They're not standing on anything. They don't really have a purpose. They, you know, they're just playing games to get you upset, get you mad, and then talk about how you care. It's like, no, they just would have been wasting your time. You care that they would have wasted your time. You don't care about goofy. I can't say the things that some of the things that I want to say. Some of the things are just, some of those people are just goofy. And the things that with you, Taurus, a lot of you don't always want to be the ones to reach out first. Like, why is it that you're always the one that got to do the things first, right? And now there's science that has been backed up behind it, where a lot of people be ignoring people that they claim that they're dating, or they act like they're dating. There's a whole lot of ignoring going on. I have the evidence to this. Y'all notice there's a whole lot of ignoring going on. There's a whole lot of not listening to what what you, Taurus, is saying. And at the same time, yeah, okay. This is what I mean. Like, how do people expect relationships to actually flourish with this delusional mentality? What is going on? How do they think this thing is going to work, fam? How do they think this thing is legitimately going to work? It can't work like this. It can't. But they thought that, you know, it could work like this. They thought that ignoring a healthy Taurus would actually work. That type of stuff is reserved for people who have abandonment issues, where a person is like needy and they have abandonment issues because they've been betrayed by so many people in their life that do this type of stuff. They haven't healed from that. They haven't healed from that wound yet. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is that you, Taurus, are not that. In this tarot deck, it can be represented as the bull too. It looks like it. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that, though, is how, right, Moloch and all of that. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, a lot of you, Taurus, are not falling for the games that other people playing right now. The Seven of Pentacles is, those delusional people really thought that getting you on your nerves by not calling you back is showing you how busy and fantastic they are, and all it's doing is just aggravating you, and you, Taurus, like, you don't want to be with them anyway, because this is a terrible place for you to invest in, right? This is a terrible person for you to invest in. The money that you put into it is being lost, right? And you, Taurus, see that it's not a very beneficial idea to actually get to know this person that hasn't even given you so much as a call, right? It's not really benefiting you. So the Five of Pentacles here represents how they feel like you played them. They're trying to play it off onto you and shift the accountability and the blame all off on you. Like, oh, you Taurus were the one that didn't give me a call back or whatever. Again, they don't want to accept reality of the situation. It's not that you, Taurus, didn't want to talk to them. What it is that you, Taurus, see what type of time it is with them, and you don't want to waste any more time because they don't know how to reciprocate. And they have problems with that. They literally are delusional about it. They're literally coming up with the whole lie, talking about how you're the ones that wasn't really too sure, when you, Taurus, was the one that was actually probably giving them the calls. It's just that somewhere along those lines, really quickly, you, Taurus, learned real fast, especially since if you've been over here, and you realize, hey, you're going to actually take a step back and not be so fast to be the first person to reach out. And now they have a problem with that. Now they have a legitimate problem with that. Because the Eight of Cups in the Chariot right here is about how you are spiritually right. You're getting spiritually and soulfully right. You don't have problems sleeping at night because of your conscience, because of the goofy stuff that you're doing. I really wish you Taurus really understood how deep the rabbit hole goes with this thing. These games, this is why it is that I keep saying again, at some point, people keep thinking that their arrogance is going to have them push through. At some point, people are going to have to stop playing these games because, right, they playing all these games, right? How many people knew that doing all that stuff makes it hard for you to sleep at night? See, I'm trying to get you, Taurus, to really understand something, right? I'm trying to get you, Taurus, to see the bigger picture. That these games is really, I'm telling you, this ego that people have, they don't have, they have a choice, but the choice is really stringent. Get right or bad things are going to happen until you get right. And there's a point where you may never get right. You don't get enough good quality sleep, your health declines. But you can't get good quality sleep, right, if you're lying so much, because the body is not built to lie like that. You can get away with a few lies. The body is not built to lie. Being in a constant state of delusion, always needing to be right every minute of the day, yeah. You have problems sleeping. And because you have problems sleeping, because a person, not you, but a person has problems sleeping, they have problems sleeping. Because, again, they do this with everybody that they call themselves trying to get to know. And they know what the reality is. You, Taurus, treated them well. They had a problem with it because they're not approaching relationships the correct way. They're approaching relationships like your toys. Like, people that they engage with are toys to be used however they see fit. Sometimes it's not even necessary. It's not even fit. They're just wanting to treat someone like trash. And life doesn't go like that. And they're upset that they don't have the right to treat people like garbage. That's not how things work. And it goes to show you their mentality. What kind of a person wants to treat people like trash? Like, What kind of a person intentionally wants to do that? Like, yeah, like, I'm gonna do this terrible thing to this person for the sake of doing it, just to see just to have a laugh. That really goes to show you what kind of mind, what kind of brain, what kind of thought process this person has, what their value systems, what they think of as important. Random acts of disrespect and dysfunction not only as often, but completely random acts of dysfunction drops into their head, and they actually listen to that. They actually feed into that nonsense. And the thing is that the Eight of Cups and the Chariot right here is about how you, Taurus, just don't want to, you're not buying into that. This person's issues is getting them into problems on their own. You don't want to stand next to that, and you're not standing next to them. You try to get to know them. They wasted your time. You called them. They don't understand the fine art of reciprocation. You got to always be the first one calling. So you, Taurus, decided, you know what? You're going to take a step back. And if the person isn't considerate enough, because see, if the person isn't considerate enough to actually reach back to you, then it is what it is. The relationship is just finito, and you'll go and talk to somebody else. Because so many people find it hard to be considerate. It's like, how am I so smart? Oh, right? Because I consider not just myself. I pay attention to my surroundings. Duh. The mentality. What kind of a brain is the person thinking with? What kind of thought process that they have? This is deeper than that. It's about intent. This is deeper than that. This is much deeper than that. This is not just about the actions of what a person is doing outright. It's also about the person's intentions. It's about the fact that the person thought about it before they actually did it, and then they're trying to cover it up with something pleasant or moralism. That's come on now. And then on top of that, they don't want to be held accountable for that, right? They wasted you, Taurus's time, and they can't handle the fact that you, Taurus, are not pressed like that. You're not waiting on them to call you. You're giving them a little bit of time, right? Because obviously you're not a dog, right? Obviously, right? You're not just gonna dog them out, and just be like, oh, they ain't calling me for a day. You're not trifling like that. But then at the same time, it's like they ain't called you. They're not even putting in an effort. Your phone ain't ringing with their number on the call ID, right? Your cell phone is not ringing. So what are we doing here? How long should you wait? The two of you aren't compatible if they can't reach out to you. You know, this one-sided relationship. I never understood how people think that that's actually cool. Like, I've had plenty of that myself, this one-sided situation where the person expects me to call them. I used to call, wouldn't get an answer. I just go ahead and put down the phone. I just not put down the phone. I just go ahead and stop talking to them. Because what that says to me is that you doing it for spite. You doing it on purpose. You doing it to act like you're important. You're doing it to play a game. You're doing it because you see me calling you, and people are attached to their phones. If you don't want to pick up the phone, don't pick up the phone. Nobody's going to force you to pick up the phone at all. But then at the same time, I'm going to go off and do my own thing, and I'm a W, because what are we doing right now? You don't even have the courtesy to even be like, what's up? You know? So you either hanging out with a whole bunch of other people, or you playing a game because you want somebody to think of you as being important. 9 times out of 10, you're not that important. 9 times out of 10, Taurus, it's not these people got all these people on their roster. You want to know how I know that? Oh, that's cool. I'm getting some more followers. But you want to know how I know that? You want to know how I know that? I know that for a fact because the dating process and using people is the crux of their life. Someone who's playing games, that's the crux of their life. They take time. They take time out of their business. I gotta use this person. You wanna know how I know that? Who lies about how many dates? What? Think about the quality of a person who has to lie about them having options. Let me ask this. Let me suggest this to you, Taurus, again, right? Just so that y'all could get the game. What kind of person? What is the quality that the person have or has? What kind of quality that the person has that they have to lie about their options instead of just keeping it 100? Like, yeah, I tried, it didn't work for me. Who is chastising them if they tried and it didn't work? Right? Like, what is the consequence if they just kept it 100? Yeah, I tried it and it didn't work out for me. It just didn't work. Person said this, it is what it is. Shrugs my shoulders, right? I ain't tripping out off of it or off of it. I'll go talk to somebody else. Who think about the mentality where it's, oh, I'm all wanted. They did it on purpose, and they expected you, Taurus, to stick around, and it didn't work. The Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, because you, Taurus, have a life. And this brings me to my next point about why it is that I say that they're lying a lot of the times, or they faking it, trying to make it seem like they're wanted by all these people. Because just as I said before, relationships are the crux of the relationships are the center, the sole center focus of their life. Think about it. What is their idea of fun? Going out and having all of these, having relations, and I hope YouTube don't hit me for that, but having relations with all these different people, relationship dynamics. That's what their ideology of fun is. It's not going to get on a roller coaster. It's not going to, like, for me, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like their idea of fun is not like, hey, let's go to Coney Island and ride the Ferris wheel. You dig what I'm saying? Or roller coasters, or get some cotton candy or something like that. That's not what now to me, that sounds like fun. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about other people. That sounds like fun. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, that's not fun to them. Notice how, I want you, Taurus, to notice how when people play games with you, the whole crux, the whole point of the existence is nothing but trying to get other people to feel stressed out about how valuable they're trying to place themselves up on this imaginary, disembodied totem pole. Why is that? The only time when you see them take a picture, it's gotta be with friends. You see them taking a picture, they're on a date with somebody. It's a picture of the food. It's like this is so tacky. And the point that I'm trying to make here with you, Taurus, is these people that wasted your time, I guarantee you, does not have that many options. You were the best option that they probably had in a while, if ever. And they squandered that opportunity trying to act like they have all these options. This is where games get somebody. It gets people to put on this jacket, this coat of lies that's not even supposed to fit them. But they speak so much lies and they play so much. I'm gonna just say what it is, right? Y'all know I'm never scared. They play so much unnecessary tactics. Like, what is the point of seeing you on a call ID? And if they don't want to answer, then granted, legitimately, they just don't have to answer, right? But they know that they want to answer, but they're like, I'm not going to, because I don't want to seem too interested. What is the point of that? What kind of value is that? And do they and the fact that they think that that's actually going to make the connection between you and them, stronger, that's going to make you chase up on after them more, do more to get their attention, or will it erode at the potential that the two of you could have had? Because a person who's healthy is going to, quote unquote, get the hint. They're going to be like, I'm going to ring you. Nope. Okay. Try. And after a certain point, after that emotional budget is up, put down the phone, tried enough. I'm going to go talk to somebody else. Yeah, 10. Who cares about you? Shrugs my shoulders, right? It's a shoulder shrug. It's like, okay, it's easily shrugged off because you tried. No, the game was more important. No, I gotta get you. I gotta act like I'm this desired individual or whatnot. I gotta stunt like I'm something that I'm. I gotta stunt like I'm something, but I know that I'm not. And I'm putting on this act. It's not even real. I'm wearing fake diamonds, but I gotta act like I'm balling out of it. It's like, why? Why not just be real? People respect real people. People respect. There's not a single person on this earth that does not respect honesty. There's not a single person. There's no exception to this. There's not a single person that's alive that would not appreciate when somebody is being transparent to them. I can guarantee you, Taurus, that there's not a single person on this earth living and breathing, however they breathe, whether it's from machines or whether it's from their own strength. There's not a single person that was like, that would ever be like, you better lie to me. There's not a single person who thinks that. So the mere fact that a person feels like they gotta, this is the stupidity of the games. This is the brain damage of it. This is the stupidity of it. The lack of transparency is what squanders good potential relationships. Instead of being transparent. The more transparent you are, is the less opposition you have. So let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. And this is something that they just don't actually get, Taurus. They squandered their opportunity with you. They had the opportunity to get to know you, Taurus. Because you, Taurus, would have upgraded them. Y'all were sitting in a better position than they are. And then they had the audacity and the unmitigated gall to act like they're better than you when you, Taurus, probably wasn't even in competition with them to begin with. So to clarify the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Emperor, Ten of Swords, the Nine of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I get a little bit animated and energized. It's just that it's so goofy where like I walk up to people and I may have like a conversation with them, right? And like they immediately put the cart before the horse. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And simple kindness is misinterpreted with I'm trying to be kind to get in your drawers, or like I'm being kind to I'm disingenuous and I'm being kind to get in your drawers, or I'm being kind because I'm weak. And it's like, so a person has to be mean-spirited and disappoint you and ruin your day to get you to understand that this person is not fake. It's like, but what if the person is actually kind and they don't have a reason to just go at you, right? Like, you've never done anything to them. So what about then? Like, people don't think about stuff like this. It's pure cognitive dissonance. Like, It's so frustrating to where I'm interacting with some people like this, people who I'm trying to date. Y'all know who, right? People who were not born with my anatomy. And it's so crazy to see how it is that, you know, they may look good, smell good, right? I'm getting a chance to talk to them, trying to talk to them, because you know what I'm saying? You know I love the ladies. And they just think like because I'm being kind to them that like I'm weak. And I'm like, where are y'all getting this ideology from? So I gotta be mean to you in order to get you to think that I'm not being fake? Like what kind of what kind of ideology is going on, fam, where it's getting faker out here? So the point that I'm trying to make here with that is the Emperor and the Ten of Swords is about how you, Taurus, just have to remain patient and just really laugh at people who out here playing games and keep it pushing. Because it's goofy. The Knight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands right here is about how, yes, it can be frustrating, but the best thing for you, Taurus, to do, honestly, is to just keep moving forward. That's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. People who are living hand to mouth playing these games, they caught up in this genjutsu. They caught up in the Amaterasu. For all my Naruto heads, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. Please, I'm trying to grow the YouTube channel to 20,000 subscribers and above. We're at 13,200 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.